Hey friend, I'm super excited for you to be here at this video because that means you are just needing a little bit more clarity on what God's calling you to do. You know that He might be calling you to business or ministry, but you want to make sure that this is something specific for you, because I think we can all agree that it's easy to see other people's business models or ministries and be like, well, I could do that, but is that what God's specifically calling me to? So the purpose of this worksheet right here that I'm going to be walking you through is to help you just take one step closer to getting that clarity that you need to take action on the thing that God's calling you to do. Remember, God has created you very specifically with specific strengths and specific passions for a specific people group. Okay, we see that all throughout scripture where God calls people not to just do certain things, but He calls them to specific people. And so that's what we're going to be kind of talking about today. Is there are 3 ways, and if you remember 5th grade, a little Venn diagram, 3 different things that we want to kind of brainstorm about ourselves and how we were created, our passions, our strengths, and how we already kind of help people. So that's what I want to kind of walk you through today to help you get some clarity on what your best business idea could be. This worksheet comes straight from the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Online Business, where I walk you through what your potential business idea could be if you just need a little bit more clarity on what that is. So the first thing that I want you to think about, pray about, brain dump, and another fun thing is to grab your spouse and to help get him to help you, because sometimes we are a little bit too close to our own strengths to see them as strengths. We think everybody can do this, everybody has these abilities, when in reality, no, you're just too close to them to see. So I want you to grab maybe a friend or a spouse or ask them, like, hey, what are my specific God-given strengths? What are my strengths? You might already know what they are. This could be that you have a teaching ability, or your strength might be that you are a great coach or encourager. Your strength might be that you can organize really, really well. What are your strengths? Don't really get too hung up on like, well, is this a strength? There's just something that I'm good at. Just write it all down. What are your strengths? What comes naturally and easily to you? I want you to write it all down in this top little bubble here. Okay, if you see right here, this top little bubble, write down all of your strengths. Now, I want you to think about the things that you are passionate about. What do you love? What is something that you could talk about any day, all the time? Another way somebody described it is, what would you read about or want to learn about on any given weekend? Like, it has nothing to do with your day-to-day job. It has nothing to do with your kids or kind of like what things that you have to do. What is something that you would on a weekend, if no one was telling you to do it, what would you want to learn about, read about, watch about? I want you to put that in your passions category here. Another thing that I'm going to add to passions is what people burden your heart. What people group burden your heart? For me, the people group that burden my heart are people that are not living in their calling, that are just doing the day-to-day job or doing something that's safe for safe's sake, or because that's what they're supposed to do, or that's the expectations of the people in their life. Those people burden my heart. I hate seeing people not step boldly into the thing that they're called to do because of X, Y, and Z. And so what I want you to do under the passion section is not just the things that you specifically are passionate about, but also write, like, if you have a specific people group, who are they? Jot that down in the passions. So your strengths are what you're naturally gifted in. Your passions are what you love, the people group that you have a burden for. And the third part of this 5th grade Venn diagram that we got here is, how do you already help people? Are you already counseling the teachers down the hall? Are you already organizing your friends' closets? Are you already making gift bags and sending them every day? Like, what are you already doing? How do you already help the people in your life? Your friends, your family, your coworkers. How do you already help them? And again, this might be something that you need to pull other people for. You might not know how you already help people. I did this activity a couple months ago whenever I was creating this program, and I simply asked a few of my friends, and they said, Brittany, you are constantly simplifying our lives for us. You are simplifying our businesses for us. You are simplifying, like, I didn't realize that I was doing that because it's just something that I do. It's just how my brain works. Jot it down, write it down, grab some of your friends, family, students, coworkers to say, hey, how do I help you on any given day? You might be interested on some of the answers that you get. Now, the middle is or could be potentially a good business idea. It could be a product idea, a course idea, a membership, a retreat idea. This could be a potential shop where you collectively take all the things that you just wrote about and you have products in a shop that you could sell to the people group that you had a passion for. So if you are needing more clarity in what it is that God's calling you to do, whether that's building a business or a ministry and you're not quite sure what that looks like, use this tool, your best business idea tool, to help you get you there. And here's the best part. This is the beginning of getting clarity in your calling. I have an entire 1-hour free workshop called Clarity in Your Calling Workshop. I take you through 8 different steps through surrendering and prayer and dreaming and getting a vision for your life, and creating mission and a vision and taking action. How do you set goals? I help you get from being boggled up and confused to getting crystal clear clarity so that you can build the thing that God's calling you to build. You can do the thing God's calling you to do. So if you're excited to get some clarity on your calling, you can get it here in the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Online Business. It's inside of this guide that you can click to watch a free 1-hour workshop and download a workbook to help walk you through it. And inside the workbook is this guy right here. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you could, I would love to see you in the comments. What do you feel like God is calling you to do? What, after you filled out this best business idea, tell us about it so we can discuss, cheer you on, and continue to support you along your journey. So super excited for you. Don't forget to click this right here, down here, wherever it is, and get your free online business guide where you can watch the workshop, get the workbook, and get more clarity on the thing that God is calling you to do.